Microphone check 1 2. Looks good on my end. Sounds good over there. I think we're gonna get right into it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Bandits are happy. Bandits are happy. Bandits are happy, ladies and gentlemen. Bandits are happy. Bandits are happy. It just goes to show you. It just goes to show you. What more can I say? No one believed me when I said that red pill black men are the worst thing that happened to black women. I'll say it again. The worst thing that happened to black women is red pill black men. They simply hate black women. They out bigot bigots. That includes Antoine Daniels. That includes Fugazi. That includes a whole Lapreef crew. Y'all acting like some bandits. You are. Cynthia G was right. And you prove it every freaking day. You prove it every day. You do something to prove it every single day of the week. And I'm embarrassed. Let's break it down. Here we go.
I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, I want to show y'all a clip, and I'll be right back.
About the hairs you got on your fucking lip.
I've been told you I had a whoop pussy on my shit. Fuck.
Yep.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Mr. Mosby.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I bet you don't.
Miss Woman.
Mr. Mosby.
Mr. Woman.
Okay.
Fuck. Why? Because you told me you need some more facial hair.
She mad.
Nah, it's okay because I expressed to Reggie that was my that was a what do you call it?
So you guys have so much to offer out there. I mean, you have so much to offer black women. I mean, yeah, no other race of men shouldn't even try to compete, right? I mean, the disrespect dude is showing his own woman tells everybody, all other races of men, is like, hey, I got a chance. I got a chance here. Because these men don't even know how to treat their own women. Let's listen to more what this young man, who definitely has hit too much of that red pill juice, is saying. Shout out to Bridget. Here we go.
The insecurity I had of mine coming up. And then, niggas like that, they bring up.
Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't know who this little sucker is. I'm probably too old to know who this sucker is. But I did see this clip, and I was flabbergasted. These nignogs start young with the manipulation and the degradation of black women and black girls.
Yep.
It is an unholy thing that is passed down from generation to generation with black males, clearly. But apparently, through my research, he is a streamer named Reggie, and this is his girlfriend, Naylan, who in the comments, they say that he does things like this to her often. And what I want to say for any young woman that may come across this video and you're out here dating, this is one of the most gigantic, stupendous, large, immense, substantial, extensive, enormous, colossal red flags that you're going to see.
Yep.
If a man takes something that he knows is an insecurity of yours, something that you told him in confidence, and he broadcasts that to the entire world, he hates you.
Bars. Yeah. I mean, if he's snitching on your weaknesses to the rest of the world, basically he's a POS. And I don't mean that system that you go buy your food with. He's a POS. He does not like you. He is using you for resources, we can't even just say for sex these days, because these dudes these days, they use you for food, they use you for lodging, they use you for comfort, they use you for money, they use you for clout, just like a perfect example is Antron Daniels. He uses women every day. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
He don't like you. He don't love you. It wasn't no misunderstanding. He hates you.
Shout out to Deontay in the house.
His goal is to crush your self-confidence and embarrass you and make you undesirable to anyone else. He wants you to look in the mirror and despise you. He wants you to feel like he is your only option and he's doing you a favor by entertaining you.
Yep.
He wants you to be cool with whatever mistreatment that he gives out. And the way that he can do that is to crush your self-esteem. The only way to deal with a male like that is to call their bluff and leave.
That's the best way to see there.
There is no other thing. There's no talking about it. There's no counseling. There's no discussion. There's no back and forth. The only thing you can do with a male like Reggie is to leave, dip, go ghost, and do not let him spin the block. Do not entertain him. Do not have no discussions. He is completely gone and you never talk to him ever again in your life. Because to humiliate your supposed girlfriend online and expose something that she told you in private and then laugh about it.
And what's funny is that these dudes be having this no snitch rule. So like they're more loyal to dudes than they are to their own women. That's what I've been trying to say for a long time. These dudes are like, they might be, they might not have had, relations with other men, but they view other men closer to being in a relationship with than they would a woman. They share all their intimate, secrets to their dudes, not women, to dudes. That tells you right now how they're thinking. Yeah, they need to call Tyrone. They sure do. Yeah.
It's absolutely demonic.
It is demonic. And let me bring it back to one of R&B's legends, by the way. No, not Eric, not Brian, but Eric Benet. Break it down, Eric.
Can we all agree that after the last, 250 years of America being a country, that we don't need one more motherfucking old white man as a president? Actually, you know what? We don't need no more white men in government. I'm gonna catch hell for this. Y'all gonna call me racist, but fuck y'all. Fuck who say that. I'm not racist. I'm observant.
Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say. Here we go.
And I'm a student of history. Y'all fuck shit up. Shit. Y'all are too easily bought by billionaires who apparently, for some ungodly reason, need to grape and torture and murder children.
They're talking about that Epstien thing.
You got no problem covering that shit up.
Yes, there's something about it, because Epstein been hanging around for a long ass time. He still might be alive for all we know. Here we go.
A war as a distraction, just as long as, y'all got your palms out. On the cheap, you do that shit on the cheap. Could you imagine if the pool of governing was more? I think we need more black women in government. Black women. Could you imagine? In the judicial, the legislative, the executive, more black women. None of this shit would have happened. None of this shit could have happened. Right? Black women would have been like, oh, you did what to those babies?
Right.
Oh, no. We're not going to have a hearing. The only hearing we going to have is motherfuckers going to hear you screaming because you got to die. You got to die, motherfucker. Look, I don't know. Y'all gonna give me shit for this one.
Yeah, they probably will, but we're going to get right into it. Of course, bandits are happy that, you know, women generally, believe it or not, when it comes to a woman, a black woman in any form of government, red pill black men hate it more than any other race of man in the United States of America. We'll get down to it in a minute, but let's start off a little bit with this one. This man,
You know,
right here
folks, one of the most frustrating parts about this whole thing in Iran is sitting and watching the timeline and seeing all of the clips resurface of Donald Trump talking and speaking against war, claiming to be the no more wars president, claiming to be the peace president, hearing all the MAGA influencers parrot what he said, and then going back and listening to Kamala Harris and other Democrats and other people and other influencers warn us about what Donald Trump would do. You know, people said we were being hyperbolic. People said we were trying to create hysteria. People said we were just trying to create clickbait. But I don't know about you all. When I was watching the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, I was sitting there saying to myself then, she's a 100% right here. She's spot on. This is what's going to happen. I'm glad people like Andrew Schultz are starting to come around, the bro podcaster. I'm glad he's starting to see through it. I'm glad other people are starting to see through it. But we saw through it long before Kamala said it right here.
Thank you. And the context in which this election in 2024.
Right, she was right. She was right. She was saying that dude was going to drop some bombs, and he did. And according to what Audrey is saying right here, is we just put one of them fancy Tomahawk $1 million missiles up into a school in Iran. Yep. That's not cool. That's not even cool. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Place. The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people
Vice
to
President
stop
Harris.
him.
Thank you.
There it was. Everything she said then, we knew it would happen, and it has happened. So to everyone that said we were being hyperbolic, there it is. And look at what's going on. Everything she said has come true. And to me, that's one of the hardest parts about it. But here she was. It wouldn't. And again, we saw through it actually in the first term. Okay, we saw through it when he came down the damn escalator. But here's Kamala in 2019, warning of what's happening today.
As far as I'm concerned, this president is motivated by his personal insecurities more than he is our national security. And so what we're looking at is, again, a threat that might be taken seriously. And I would dare to say that that threat was issued without serious consultation with our allies, with our military leaders, with our diplomatic leaders. What are our alternatives? Let's also be clear, if this president is thinking about putting us in a position where we're in a war with Iran, the consequences will be absolutely unacceptable and tragic in terms of the young men and women who are American soldiers who would be sent and deployed into something that was completely avoidable.
This whole thing was completely avoidable. And that's why it's so frustrating to hear the ones who are starting to wake up. So,
by the way, just in case you all don't know, we started it. We put the bombs in the bunkers first for some preempting of something that they thought that might happen, you know, kind of like what they think they thought, which had no signs at all. That's crazy to me. And these bandits are out here supporting that. Yep. Lafitte crew, they support this kind of shit. In my opinion, they do. If they, the way they treat women, I don't put it beyond them. They'd probably be on Epstien Island too if they could. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
I want to start off by thanking Congresswoman Crockett. She is a colleague and a friend. I am so grateful for her voice and her leadership. It was an honor to run this race with her. To the Congresswoman's supporters, I know I wasn't your first choice, but I hope to earn your trust and earn your support. As your Democratic nominee, it's on me to ensure you feel welcomed in, represented by, and proud of this campaign. Together, we're going to do something extraordinary. We launched this underdog campaign 6 months ago in my hometown of.
Okay, let me correct him right there. It wasn't really an underdog campaign, because he has the right complexion. Let's just get right to it. I'm not saying that, Jasmine didn't have momentum. She had that. But at the same time, we're still talking about the United States of America here. So basically, you see what I'm saying? So it was I knew it was going to be close from the beginning. And I gave him the edge at the beginning, not because he's better or anything like that, but just because of the way that we have so many bandits in our community that would not vote for a black woman, period. It didn't matter which black woman it would have been. Shit, it could have been, it could have been any black woman. These men were not going, our own men were not going to vote for them. That's why she lost. See, that's the one thing a lot of people don't know. Why seeking knowledge in the house? Hey, Owls in the house. Good seeing you. Let me drop the link. And that's why she lost. That's why it was easy peasy. I was like, kind of really be honest with you, I was happy that it was as close as it was. Because everybody needed to vote for her in Texas for her to win. Everybody of color. And it didn't happen. Easy peasy. Welcome, Rick. So anyway, yeah, Rick wants to know, are you going to watch the Downfall documentary? And it's like, hey, yeah, there's a downfall of bandits. It's going to hit them hard. There's a downfall of bandits. Anyway, let's keep it going. Here we go.
Of Round Rock, Texas. And since then, tens of thousands of Texans have shown up to rally with us in every corner of this state, from Beaumont to El Paso, from Amarillo to Brownsville, and everywhere in between. We have recruited more than 28,000 volunteers who are
good for him. Okay. So let's keep it going. Let's see what Stefano Bandit has to say. Here we go.
She described some Latino immigrants' attitudes towards undocumented immigrants as reminiscent of, quote unquote, a slave mentality. She went on to say it almost reminds me of what people would talk about when they would talk about the kind of like slave mentality and the hate that some slaves would have for themselves. In the full context, she elaborated. The immigration thing has always been something that has perplexed me about this community. It's basically like, I fought to get here, but I left y'all where I left y'all. And I want no more of y'all to come here. If I wanted to be with y'all, I would have stayed with y'all, but I don't want y'all coming to my new home. It's almost like a slave mentality that they have. It is wild to me when I hear how anti-immigrant they are as immigrants. many of them. Perhaps the most damaging thing was when Jake Tapper questioned her about an exact quote that she gave. It was at a church event.
Well, look at our resident bandit on ESPN going in on her on some stuff that's probably out of context. You know how it goes. And of course, I'm stacking bandits together. We got Bandit right here, Anton Daniels, thinking he's doing some shit after he himself saying shit a lot and shit that's horrible about black people. Remember, he's Mr. Throw black women and their children out with the bathwater. Talk about a piece of crap. Yeah. Here we go.
In April of 2025.
Stephen A. Smith here is just basically skipping around the point, right? Because the reality is that he was right. Now, I don't always like to admit that Stephen A. is right about certain.
Well, see, the thing is that this man is delusional. He still thinks he's worth something in the community, Anton Daniels, when he's just really the clown of the community. He doesn't talk about things that are going on in Detroit. He doesn't talk about how one community leader was just shot down a little while ago. He didn't do shit on that. A restaurant owner, 4 a.m. in the morning. Even I know more about Detroit than this fool does. Or at least he talks about, because he doesn't care. He only cares about himself. He's literally the trash that has caused the community to implode. Anton Daniels is. So I knew his bandit ass would show up to diss a black woman. I knew it's and let me make it clear. You notice how I don't say Jasmine's name that much, and the matter is because it wouldn't matter. You see how he treats other black women. She's just another one on the list to him. And the sad thing is that these are the men that are controlling other men in the community. There are more of these types in our community than there are of a Eric Benet or a Russell Wilson or, Klay Thompson, good men. There are more of these bandits right here than the good men. So yeah, Cynthia G was on point. Cynthia G was on point. This man has no value. Let me tell you, Anton has no, he does have a value, a negative value, a value of BS, of clown-ish. If anything, he's a perfect example of what a man should not be. You would think the fact that he has some money, bless his father's heart, that he would be somebody who would say, something, I think I want to do something good for the community. He does the complete opposite. He embarrasses our community more than anything. After coining the phrase, throw the black women and children out with the bathwater, he then comes back and on another bandit, he says, oh, you just sucking the bee of the black community. That's what he said. That's what he said. So we talking some hardcore bandits right here. We talking some hardcore banditry going on right now. Right now, let me let Deontay, say a few words while I kind of cool off for a minute. How you doing today, Deontay?
I'm doing all right, DJ. And I just left the gym, man. And I was like, went live early. Like, what's going on?
I thought I'd get in a few minutes. I'm not going to be on a whole lot, too long tonight. But I at least wanted to get something in,
Yeah, it's all right. I was driving and everything. I had to pull over. Like, man, I got to say something now. Now, DJ, listen, I'm not going to say nothing ridiculous, but I just want to be honest about my take. What happened with Jasmine Crockett? Um, I saw that she was because let me make sure I got this right. So they annexed her, district out for Congress. So once her term is up, she's not going to be able to run in the district that she was once in. So she's basically she knows she's not going to win it, and that's why she ran for senator, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Now,
I mean, well, quite honestly, let me be straight with you. I don't know why she ran. Okay.
I think
But
that's
the thing
why.
is this.
Yeah.
I thought she did quite well, to be honest with you. That was not, I mean, for your first run at Senate. See, the thing is this is what I don't like about a lot of stuff that goes on in the red pill is they're making it sound like she was a complete failure. I will say this: she was definitely the most vocal person running, but at the same time, remember, there's an establishment will always beat even popularity. The guy who won, it's like, well, number one, he seems like a nice guy anyway. I'm happy for him in that way. But the thing is, come on, it's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that skin tone, man. It's hard to beat that in Texas. In Texas.
Yeah, it is, and I'm going to say I don't think that what really lost it for her. It seems like because all the black people came out and voted for her, at least what she needed. It was the Hispanic vote. She had only won 30% of them who were registered to vote in Texas. Now, the problem is, I think that she had hurt herself a few times, and I don't think that a lot of people, especially that's not black people, like the way that she comes off. Like, with her sister girl attitude to be. That's really what it is.
And that's initially the issue. Is like basically the thing is this. Yeah. It wouldn't have made a difference because think about it like this: when Kamala ran, she's the opposite of sister girl, right?
Yeah.
She was the complete it doesn't matter. It doesn't. The fact that they are black women, that's all that matters. Obviously, the calm, the black men, because they definitely didn't vote for Kamala. The calm, let's take the high road way didn't work. So then, okay, fine, that's fine with me. Then so here it comes, Jasmine, who's literally doing what these black men wish they could do, taking it to the per se white man, right? And they still don't like it because it's a woman doing it. And that's the problem, is that a lot of the men in our community, especially this red pill community, they are the biggest bigots ever. Not only are they bigots of Caucasian men, but they're bigots of black women too. They're bigots of everything. They're even bigots of each other. And that's the problem, is that it's funny how dudes like Anton Daniels, they come out and act like they're all black community and stuff until they get mad. Then the real them comes out and you start seeing them implode literally on other black men. Because it's like this, really, quite honestly, let's face it. The way that Antoine thinks and the way that Corey thinks is about the same, especially when it comes to black women. They should have been two peas in a pod, but since they are so, in my opinion, sociopathic thinkers, they wanted to have beef. They invented beef. And the problem is, Deontay, and that happens every day in our communities. That happens every day in our communities. These men can't even get along with each other. So it's like it comes down to the point is, how are we supposed to better our community when the men in our community are battling each other. So let me let you speak for me. Go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah, no, it's all good, DJ. I understand what you're saying, and you're right. Like the Red Pill, Antoine, people like that, they hating, and it's also for content too. Just like how Kevin Samuels was. Like once you get to a certain level, the more salacious you are. Tommy Sotomayor is the king of that. You know what I'm saying? He straight up, I tell you, he hate black women basically.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's something about this election though that I wanted to ask you about what you think, because think about this. She ran, this was the Democratic primary, right? It's not even the general election for the senator. They still have to go against the Republican. So when she first put her name out there to run, she didn't have any serious competition. She was the flagship front runner. Now, the reason why this guy said that he was running a underdog campaign is because he was pushed at the last minute by people in the National Democratic Party to run against her. So this is something that's happening within the party. You know, this isn't like, now obviously it's obviously still racism within the Democratic Party, but this is something that nobody's really talking about. I heard a few people talk about it, but I think it needs to be more attention needs to be paid. The Democratic Party wanted her to have competition, and I don't think they wanted her to actually win that seat, because it's a what, 435 representatives, right? But it's only 100 senators, and those senators have a lot more power than Congress, than the representatives do. And I believe that they just didn't want her holding one of those seats. I mean, who is the only? It's what, 2 black senators? One is a House Negro for the Republicans, Tim Scott, and the other one is a House Negro for the Democrats, Warnock. You know, so
okay. So here,
they
let's
didn't
break it
want
down like this then. Let's break it down like, okay. So in Texas, what is the demographic breakdown?
Oh, I'm not. I know it's mostly white, and I don't know for sure. You can look it up, but I bet you it's as many or more Hispanic than it is black.
Let me look it up. I don't think. I mean, quite honestly, we are. Let me see here.
We outnumbered nationally by Hispanics. They got us by almost 20 million. And I'm talking, and that's the legal ones. You know, that's not even counting the ones that are undocumented, as they say. Yeah, and I see why is seeking knowledge. You're right. Kamala wasn't like, that's not her stance, the sister girl, but I believe that they were telling her to do that at times in the media, because she was doing the Cardi B dance, talking about she got hot sauce in her bag. She washed her collard greens in the bathtub, and she had Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage at one of her rallies. You know, I mean, see, that kind of stuff. And to me, that's a turnoff. You know, it's nothing against her being black or nothing. I'm a black man. I don't have a problem with Kamala or Jasmine Crockett. But when you start doing things like that, it does kind of have this like hint of like not seriousness to it. Or are you really ready for this? Because we see black men.
Break this down. 40%.
40%. What's that?
That's Latino.
In Texas? Wow.
I mean, and 13% black.
Yeah, I figured. Damn, I didn't know it was that, but I figured it was more.
So, and that's the funny thing is that's why I wasn't surprised. It's like, come on now. You know, I mean, he's to me, really, quite honestly, that was the smartest thing that for the Democratic community to do that. You want to know why? They have a chance to win now.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win that either. I don't think. I think they said a
Who's
Democrat
he
hasn't
running
won it.
against?
I forgot some guy. I
Well, let
don't
me
know.
see.
Whoever he is, he's probably not going to beat
Well,
him.
hold on. Well, this is important. Let's break that down anyway. Who? Okay. Texas. Oh, don't make it somebody I think it is. Oh, you want to know something? I don't know, bro. Because I mean, the Latin people, they're getting a little bit tired of Ted Cruz.
Well, it's two of them. So
He
it's
can be
Ted
beat.
Cruz and another guy.
No, he can be beat. He can
Yeah,
be beat. And you have to fight fire with fire. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, but I think it's not Ted Cruz. I think it's somebody else who's running. Because remember, it's two senators, and they
John
had different.
Corin, or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, man. I think this dude has a good chance. I think this dude has a good chance. I think he has a better chance. The thing is this, let's face it. We've talked about is race an issue or not? And let's not call it an issue because that sounds militant. Let's call it a variable. Okay, we have now you have a Caucasian passing Latin man against another Caucasian passing Latin man against whoever this other person is who could be Caucasian. That's how they want it. And it's not really to think about it. If she was running against either one of these guys, they're staying. But see, it's more has to do with not about the quality of the person or the quality of what you think. Number one, it's like this. According to at least what came up on my screen, Black people only make up 13-14% of the people in Texas, really around the United States. But in Texas, that's all we are. So basically, she would have had to just convinced the Latin community to technically what we would call voting against our own interest in our own people.
Yeah, that's exactly right, though, DJ. Because remember, also when somebody the comments that she said about the whole we not picking cotton no more and working in the fields and basically saying that that's like the job for the immigrants coming in, that wasn't cool, and that was replayed so many times on Fox News and all the conservative channels, And here's the thing that the Democrats have found out the hard way the last 8 years, and that the Latino people, for the most part, are conservative. And when it comes to immigration, the way that Hispanics, especially ones coming up from Mexico and everything, look at immigration, the ones who are here legally, they look at it the same way that the Black community looks at crime. Yeah, we got some ignorant Black people in our community who no snitching and free my cousin who done killed 20 people, all that dumb shit, right? But the majority of Black people, we don't want crime just running through our neighborhoods. Same thing with them. They got some Hispanic people who, they want people, hey, cross the border, come through, fuck the law, all that. But the majority of them, they want to be legitimate, law-abiding citizens.
You want to hear something? You want to hear something, though?
What's that?
That border crossing thing, I'll tell you why it's BS to me. I'll tell you why. It is a business model. It is a business model. It's just these super rich people that make a lot of money off of it by hiring people for a lot lower than they could, their own people, right? It's a business model. They're trying to appear to want to keep other people out from other countries. But the thing is this, allowing per se legal immigrants, as they call it, to come into to the United States, that's like great. That's great for my bottom line. I don't have to pay somebody $15 an hour. I can pay them that a freaking day. I can pay them that for one day of work, $15. And I'll give the consumer a little break. That's why meat and poultry has gone up by at least $4 or $5 a pound. It's because now they got to hide out for a minute. And we don't get the good prices now. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on. So it's a business model. Illegal immigration is a business model.
Oh yeah,
That's all it
I
is.
do. Yeah, no, it's definitely people companies who like the undocumented workers for the benefits that they get, right? Well, that they don't have to give. But for the most part, though,
think about it. They don't have to worry about, business etiquette or laws that protect, Americans, because these guys, they'll just say, well, just go back home. You see what I'm saying? You can't say that to American and that's how it works. So they're oh, you got to pay us fair wages. No, I don't. That's what that's what the super rich have been always doing. That's why they let that creep with Enders Island hang out, because that's a business model too. Those are the two things that could have been stopped. Those are two things that, if they didn't want people to come in, the United States of America could have been built. They could have started in 1980 to build the most impossible way to get here. You see what I'm saying? They could have built that a long time ago. There's a reason why they got a blind eye. Hey, that's a good rhyme. There's a reason why they got a blind eye. It's all about money. Because if rich people, they really didn't want immigrants, they would pay to not want immigrants. They would, Microsoft would be buying all this high-tech shit to monitor the borders and all that kind of shit. Nobody would get here. No, they need that workforce to come in. They need the closest thing they can get to slavery to come through. That's what's going down.
Oh, I understand that. You don't have to be an illegal immigrant though to work for low wages. Even the legal ones, you remember our dollar, even though it's weak to us right now with inflation, it's still a whole lot to anybody that's below the border of Texas. And the further down you go, Mexico down to Ecuador and Nicaragua to Venezuela, all of our dollar, it holds a lot of weight. So I remember I worked at a grocery store years ago, and when it was to be these Mexican guys would come in and they had this big old truck, it'd be like 6 of them, and anyway, I was about to say something about the cilantro, but anyway, I was in the produce days. I always asked about cilantro. It was funny, but only one of them spoke English, right? But they would go in there every Friday with a big wad of cash, because they was obviously getting paid under the table, and they would Western Union almost all of that money away to their people in Mexico, and they had been doing it for about 2 years. I worked there from my junior year in high school until I was 24. So that's 6-7 years. And it was like, and I just remember wow, they're actually doing it. And then I found out they're doing this all over the country, especially in those southern states. And they still do it like that. And they weren't illegal, you know what I mean? Because they were driving around with a truck and everything like that and had the license plate. So, but those wages meant a lot to them. And they could send it home to their people, and they all lived together in a house. They didn't have different homes or apartments, things like that. They just have a different lifestyle, though, of living. Okay. And plus, the majority of American people, especially these hardcore Republicans, they don't want the immigrants coming through. And the rich people and the politicians at some point always
Well,
have to yield to.
I have to. It depends. If they own a meat factory or something, oh yes, they do. If they
No,
own
no,
a farm, oh yes, they
you're
do.
right about that.
Now
But
they might pretend they don't, but they do. Because the bottom
no,
line is
you're
this,
right
that
about
at
that.
the end of the day,
I'm talking about the most of the people.
but see, the thing is that in America, those people don't really count, especially when it comes to the Republican side. Because if the thing, at least Democrats, at least they pretend to want to help, regular people. Republicans don't even do that. The one thing about Trump, and I'm going to move forward, is at least he pretended to be a regular guy, but he's far from it. He's just as disgusted. He's just as disgusted as other rich, wealthy people are with regular people too. In fact, he's worse. But let me go ahead and play this right here. This is Antoine again. Somebody else telling us about Antoine. Here we go.
Imagine somebody starting off their campaign. He launched his campaign 6 months ago. 6 months.
Eyelashes, and she's well educated. She looked better than your wife and your daughter put together.
Yeah. Okay, let me go fast.
So, y'all, let's get into it. I kind of had to calm myself down because I, started recording this video a few times, honey, and I had to went off. I had to calm myself down. So let's get into it. I'm going to say some things that y'all ain't going to like. I don't give a damn because I'm going to drag Anton, and his family is not off limits because this man comes to the internet, drags Black women, Black folks, talk about how dumb y'all are. And because I know nigga ain't talking about me. Okay. So, but that's okay. But as soon as someone says what we all think, it's a problem because he wants to use the Black community when he wants to say, oh, a comedian said something about my daughter being ugly, which goes to really show him as a parent and not really doing a great job.
What's funny to me is like what Corey Holcomb said about Antoine's daughter was nowhere as bad as what Antoine has said about other Black women. It's not even close. Mr. Bathwater Boy. So it just goes to show you the hypocrisy this fool has, and the selfishness and the narcissism this guy has in his system. I'm not calling him a narcissist, but I think he's got some tendencies that go that way. Because see, he can call women, Keishas and 304s and all this kind of stuff. And that's all well and fine, as long as one, it's not his own daughter, or two, it's not one of his friends. But in general, then he's telling that Black women and children should be thrown out with the bathwater. That's how fake this dude is. That's why I call him Antron. But tonight I'm calling him Antoine. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Because when, I don't have any children. They grown, but at 16, 17, ages like that, if you would have told them they was ugly, even if they really was, they would have cussed you fuck out, you, your mama, your dead grandmama, everybody in your family. So the fact of the matter is that his daughter is broken up. Is, what it shows is how
he lied. His daughter didn't even know. His daughter doesn't watch this shit. His daughter is a better person than he is. I can tell you right now.
Her as a father, because you never told your daughter she was cute. In fact, you don't even think your own daughter is cute. That's what the real problem is. So
she got her, and the thing is she got her looks from her less appealing looks from him. I mean, to me, there's nothing wrong with the way she looks. It's just the bottom line is that and it's funny. Don't you find it ironic that as ugly as Corey Holcomb is, he had the nerve to bring up anybody's appearance? That's the funny thing. I mean,
just talk about that because you want to drag this Black woman. You want to talk about her eyelashes, and she's well educated. She looked better than your wife and your daughter put together. But, you know, that's not here nor there. That's just fact.
Yeah, that's one thing about Jasmine. She is gorgeous. I mean, she's beautiful.
Let's react to this video with this SpongeBob SquarePants body having ninja, okay? Because he always want to talk about somebody, but you big at the top and little at the bottom. Who wants to be big at the top and little at the bottom? You got so much money, right? Why don't you go fix your body? And while you at it, why don't you help your daughter?
Well, see, that's the thing is that Antoine thinks that money will fix anything. And that's all he's about. See, he ain't shit. He's a guy with money. That's it. And it makes him, he's more ain't shit about it by the fact of how he got the money. It wasn't like he was some genius and came up with some invention or anything. It plopped in his face through a great, unfortunate situation. He ain't shit though himself. He ain't shit. You heard me.
Since she's so insecure about the way she looks. All right, let's get into it. Now, one other thing before we get into it. Somebody said that I do reaction videos. Go look up what a reaction video is. The only videos I react to is really Anton's. I don't really do reaction videos. And if you look at,
I guess so. I mean, to me, it's more. Let's look. Let's roast this nigga. He needs to be roasted. He needs to be toasted. Anyway, let me shut up. But let me go on to another dude who catches himself laughing about, Crockett. Here we go.
If you're here in good faith, then I welcome you. Y'all enjoy the show.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her?
She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person.
It's funny to me because, again, T-Rump to me is just like a red pill bandit. If you listen to him, this dude misspells shit all the time. He told people to drink like what was it, bleach or something to get rid of COVID?
Crockett. Oh, man.
She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
We have a great show for y'all today. First of all, salute to you. Salute to everyone who...
Look, he looks so happy. He looks so happy.
Or tune in and watch me right now. Now, I know many of you are at work right now, so I appreciate y'all supporting the stream during your work day. Normally, I be scheduling my live streams on during the evening time, because that's the most after
I'm going to move forward from his evening time. This is DJ Urban T. He's a fellow DJ, though, he's a red pill DJ.
Somewhere else. But it is important to understand something about this particular timeline. Even though Crockett lost the Senate primary, right, she is still currently serving in Congress as the representative of Texas 30th Congressional District. The reason why I'm telling y'all this is because a lot of people are saying this, not like media outlets and stuff.
Come on, get it out. Come on, hurry up.
But a lot of people in the chats and comments are saying this. They're saying that Jasmine Crockett no longer has a seat in Congress. That is not true. Even though she lost the race in the Senate, right? She still holds her seat in Congress as Texas 30th District.
But Deontay, didn't you say that they're getting rid of that seat or something like that?
Well, what happened was that they redid the districts in Texas. So her district that she was in was basically all black. So she was going to get elected every time, right? But they redid her district to where now the district that she's in is majority white. So they're not going to vote for her. So once she's out of office, I mean, she can still run, but she knows that most likely she's not going to win now.
So basically, how did they do that? Did they expand it or what?
They just redid it. It's like they just redid the districts. I mean, it was statewide.
Who redid it?
The state, Texas. The governor and the state senators did it, and
so Republicans did for their own benefit.
Yeah, basically.
They gerrymandered. Okay. Okay. Let me move forward. Okay, here we go.
First of all, let me say that I am so glad that she lost.
See, told you, stupid ass bandit. Can't stand this dude. Angry Man to me is like another hypocrisy. He's walking hypocrisy. He freeloaded off of from what I heard, he freeloaded off of a woman who gave him 3 kids, stayed at her place, got mad at her because he finally got kicked. He finally left her. Got somebody else. I guarantee you, I bet he might be staying out at this woman's house. I'm not saying he is, but still. Let's listen to what he's got to say.
And make no mistake about it, this is the end of her political career. Okay? They're already trying to spin it. I heard somebody say,
okay, so the thing is this. If the other guy was like a friend of his, or she told Angry Man to kiss her ass or something, I can understand him being happy that she lost. You can understand that because he has legitimate beef. He doesn't like her because she's a woman. See, the only reason he's with the woman he is with now is because that woman will tolerate him and he gets resources from her, just like any other red pill dude. The red pill is for the worthless men, whether they have money or not.
oh, well, Jasmine Crockett gave up her seat in the House.
See, he's stupid too. He still thinks he gave up her seat. That's how dumb these dudes are. I'm telling you, Deontay, look. I'm telling you, bro, look. These dudes are about as dumb as a post. That's why they like Don so much. Because they can all be, a post together. He doesn't understand that she gets a hold on. She might win it back. You never know. But I don't think she will, because I think what you said, Deontay, is a problem for her. But he's acting like she just lost. She's not out of work. And I'll tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. The one thing that Jasmine has locked in was that she's extremely relevant. If she lost her seat today, she would still be doing talk shows. She would still be doing this. She would still be doing that. And these dudes hate her for it. They hate that she's more popular to other races of people than they are. These loser men. I mean, really, who's done more for the community, Jasmine or these bandits? All these dudes do is just fire up their mic each night and talk shit. So at the very least, she's at least done more for the community than these men have. But they act like, and they don't like it. They don't like it. They hate the fact that a black woman is doing more for people than they are. They don't want to do shit for people. These black men don't want to do shit for people. They want to be red pill and shit and get their little super chats and shit rolling and strolling, but they don't want to do shit for nobody. But they still get mad because she is at least trying, or at least appearing to try, to do something for the American people. She has done more in the last couple of months for the American community than all of Red Pill has for the last 10 years. And they hate her for it.
In order to run for Senate. No, that's not what happened. What happened is Jasmine Crockett lost her district.
All right. And see, they can't even tell the truth. They can't even tell the truth. Right now, she still got her district. She still got her district. If she lost her, look, people are still going to love her a lot more. It's funny because these guys are all ironic and shit. They go, oh yeah, the Democrats, they always lay down. They're too nice and everything. So we get a woman who's not too nice and she too Shaquay for me. She too Keisha for me. These niggas are never going to be happy ever. Ever. They just won't. And see, here's the thing. I didn't even grow, Deontay, I didn't even grow up in a place where Keisha's and Shanique were. But I love myself. I love me. I love me some Jasmine. I just do.
I understand, DJ. I've told you many times before, I got an affinity for all kind of women, but I like hood chicks, ratchet chicks, educated chicks. Hey, I like hood, educated, professional chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I like all the types of women. Yeah, I don't have a problem. Like, the only thing I was getting at earlier about Jasmine Crockett is that she could definitely do the job. She was doing it when she was a congressman, a congresswoman, and she was a lawyer, had her own practice. It's just that I understand what happened that turned people off, but you also are dead right. In that, even if she was the Michelle Obama, it didn't matter. She wasn't going to win in Texas with the demographic down there. And that's why they annexed out her district too, because they knew that she wouldn't be able to win a Senate seat.
And look, she wasn't going to get any help from black men, especially. I guarantee you. I mean, the bottom line is this: is that the red pill black men are taking over, and what's going to happen is that they're not going to support anybody. They don't want to support each other. They don't want to support black women, but they do like to do this. They do like to freaking complain. They do like to complain. They do that good. But that's the problem, and that's going to be a problem. Let's turn on to another interesting man. See, that's the funny thing is like it's funny that you never ever see Antoine and crew really confront the issues in the community. Like, they never confront other black men having issues. He didn't really confront even Corey. He didn't say, Corey, you shouldn't have hit the woman. He never said that shit. He was down for it. He's probably done it himself. I'm serious. What, he wants to throw black women out with the bathwater. So, what more is it to just, to what Corey call it? Mushing?
Yeah, he mushed her.
Mushed her. Her head snapped back. Yeah, that's some kind of smush.
Now, I'm not one to, when she hopped on live a few days ago, accusing him of having an alleged substance habit. And y'all, she was in the car holding a Ziploc bag full of that white girl.
This is why I'm losing my fucking marriage.
And I'm not exaggerating. That bag looked like it came straight off of Tony Montana's table in Scarface. Child, not.
So basically, this is what's going on. High value men, Dwight Howard. As you know, he left his girlfriend. I think she was just a girlfriend. Was she married? No, I think she was married. His ex-wife.
I think they were married. Yeah.
Yeah. Left that because he wanted to dip into just more than women. I'm just going to say that.
He was into the boys.
Yeah. And I don't know why this woman thought she was getting somebody else. I mean, come on. So anyway, he grabs another person, right? And this is what I mean is like just dudes, these red pill dudes, they will marry a woman just for resources. Listen.
Dwight Howard was at the Lakers versus Knicks game, living his best life, even getting a standing ovation from the crowd. Acting all nonchalant like your wife didn't just air out all your dirty laundry. We the black people was like, nigga, did you know that I can see you? Well, the very next morning, Dwight Howard made it to the courthouse just before his wife and her attorney did, and he filed for divorce. He's also stating that the rumors that she started about his daughter being taken away by CPS are all false. So we'll get into his newly filed divorce documents, and we're also going to talk about documents she filed with the court last year, stating that not only was Dwight abusive and had an illicit drug use, but he allegedly gave her some holistic tea that turned out to be Molly, and she ended up getting sick. And she states that he refused to call the EMT. We have so much to get.
Man, see that? I mean, this is the thing. There's a couple stories here. Number one is like, okay, you saw how Dwight. I know this young lady saw how Dwight treated the other woman. Okay, and this I have to admit, and it's hard, but this is the way it goes. This is a you should have chose better moment. But why it wasn't even televised as that is because the same dudes that like Dwight Howard right now are the same dudes who would say, oh, well, you should have chose better. But Dwight Howard's their boy. So they can't necessarily say, oh, you should have chose better than Dwight Howard, right? They know he pokes men and women. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like they're in a conundrum. They can't say you chose better, and it happens in real life too. You can't say you can't tell a woman to choose better when it's your friend they're choosing better from, that they need to choose better from. And a lot of these men won't bring it up. So yeah, I will tell her, you know something, you saw how he was dipping in dudes before you got with him, and you saw that he was not treating his other woman right. You think he was just going to turn around and treat you good? No, we're talking about years and years of whatever made him the way he is. So technically, yeah, you should have chose better. I mean, if you didn't know who he was from a hole in the wall, it'd be different. But
yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
I think that she knew Dwight. She knew all the stuff about Dwight, but what she also knew was $140 million. That's how much Dwight's net worth is.
Right.
So it's like, you see, she went to divorce. He divorced first because he knew she was going. And she's asking for $70 million. So you don't ask for that unless some crazy stuff that happened and you can break the prenup or you just didn't have one.
Right.
But her airing everything out in public like that was okay, but showing the coke and all that stuff wasn't cool because, it's ramifications to that. But
it's counterproductive in a way because it's like this.
Yeah.
if you're trying to get, he can go to prison for that. How are you going to get your money if he's in prison? I know the whole thing and all that, but the thing is that number one, that's enough. She doesn't need, what she needed to do is take some freaking pictures and just put it with the court documents and call it a day. She didn't need to ruin everybody's day by doing all that. She knew, quite honestly, don't get me wrong, I do not believe that she was being a total bag chaser. But she's like this. It's like, okay, I'm a pick me, you know, he'll treat me good. He's got enough money to treat me good and everything. And I get to one up his ex and shit because, you know, pick me's like to do shit like that. And now she's getting the same smoke. So, but no, she didn't need to. I agree 150%. I don't even like dude. I don't like dude at all. But she could have kept that to herself. She could have kept it in the courts, but she could have kept it off the internet.
Yeah, and then she put her hand in the bag and grabbed the dope. And like, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You know, but look, I can't, I'm not going to, like you said, I'm not going to call her a gold digger or anything. Cause I'm going to tell you, man, it is rare that a multi-millionaire at that level, somebody worth more than $100 million, is coming at a woman. Most women will never have that experience, just like most men will never have like that experience either. You know, so when it happens, it's like,
you want to know what's going on? The reason he got with her, because we both know he likes niggas, okay?
Yeah.
He got with her to get back at his ex. That's all it is. So yeah, that's why he's done. He was done with her when he married her.
That's an expensive rebound though, to actually marry her, because it's like,
he doesn't care. A lot of men don't care anymore. A marriage is just like, that doesn't mean much as long as do you think he really changed the way he was when he was with the other woman, when he married this woman? That was like, that's like for him, getting married is like buying a ticket to front seats to a basketball game. That ain't no shit to him. He doesn't have that kind of emotional thing where getting married means a lot to him. That's just like, well, you know, I need to get back at my ex, so I need to make somebody else my new woman, and I'm gonna sell this shit. I'm gonna get married. You see what I'm saying? That's all it was to him. So yeah, he's done with her. I hope did she have his kid yet?
I don't think they had kids, because she was calling the kids hers, but she was saying how they were her stepkids. They were the children that he had with other women.
And he's like, whatever. That's how he's probably thinking about it. Oh, you my step babies, you my step, and he's sitting in the back, probably chuckling, go, yeah, whatever you want to think. He's probably, you know, in the background going, you about to be stepping out the front door in a minute when I get tired of you.
Yeah, it's a terrible situation, man. And Dwight got caught up, man, because that man sued him, and she was the one, the girl, right, that was tripping about him in the car. She was the woman that Dwight tried, because they were married, and he tried to get the guy to come and do a threesome with them. So it was going to be the wife, which is her, Dwight, and the guy. Yeah, so she was down for that, because she was trying to, you know, please everything that he wanted. I mean, you heard what she said during the rant. She said whenever stuff would happen, she would just try to take up for him and pretend like everything was cool. And then she said, like, she's like, oh, it's not about the money. I'm not on no credit cards. And I'm like, man, listen.
What it's about, because think about it. He don't treat, he's really not a nice guy. He's not really personable or anything like that. So I'm with you on that. The money helped a lot. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you, man, if I could marry somebody worth $140 million, I can get out of it in a divorce with about $10 million, and all I gotta do is be married to him for a couple of years. I'm doing it, even if it's not. Especially if I'm young, I'm like, oh, I ain't even 35 yet or something. Man, let's get
I
married.
agree. I agree. She
Yeah.
probably thought it was going to be bad, but not this bad.
Yeah. So,
so yeah. I mean, basically, what she learned is that she's basically just a blow up doll.
well, basically, but see, it's some women who go into that knowing what they are. Just like it's men who go into relationships with women for whatever reason, just like you said, they just using them. They know what the deal is. Like, like your job is just to, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you better set up a schedule, man. Make sure you hit that jerk at least 3-4 times a week.
The thing is this, to me, Howard knows why she got with him. She knows why, he's getting with her, and she tapped out. That's how I see it. And she has every right to tap out, leave, get your little 10 or 15. He ain't going to give you no 70, but I know you have to, you have to start high, right? Get your little 10 or 15 and move on. But to me, it's like, he probably, who knows what he was doing with her, but it was probably some messed up shit. Because,
it's about, she's going to be good though, DJ. Because think about this. She's going to get a divorce, get some millions from Dwight. She's going to do a couple interviews, get a couple 100,000 through the interviews. Then she probably going to be offered shows, The Real Housewife it is, Hip Hop Wife show, whatever it is. Like start a podcast. She'll be okay. Like she'll be able to use this for a long time, and get bank off of it. I mean, look, Vivica Fox is still talking about when she was dating 50, and that was 23 years ago. People still paying her to listen to her talk about that. So this girl definitely about to make money off of this.
Yeah, true. So, I mean, the thing is, if she works her money right, because she's going to get something,
Oh, she's going to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's, she'll find out sooner or later whether it was worth it or not. Let's play a little bit more and see what's going on.
Viral car live stream from Dwight Howard's wife, Amy Luciani. And before the latest divorce filing, there were already signs that things inside the home were falling apart. According to reports.
So, I just find it funny because I actually like his old wife. I think she is cool. So for her to do a na on her, knowing that his old wife was telling the truth, is funny.
Cited by TMZ, police were called to the couple's home in Swanee, Georgia, 3 times within a 14-day period. A spokesperson for the Gwinnett County Police Department confirmed officers responded to those incidents at the property. The calls were reportedly connected to 3 different situations: a self-unaliving threat report, a domestic disturbance report, and a theft complaint.
CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self.
Authorities have not released further details about those incidents and did not clarify who made the calls, although your girl Chronicles Speaks is working on getting those calls herself.
Even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health.
Oh, please. I mean, okay, this is why I have to laugh with the sickness and health thing. True sickness and true health is one thing, but no woman or even a man is supposed to stay in a situation where somebody is using you for a pogo stick or a punching bag or somebody to verbally abuse. That's not what marriage is about. The sickness and health and all that kind of shit. I know dudes try to lean on that shit too, hard. That ain't what it's about.
Just, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far.
Now, on June 27th, 2025, just 5 months after
think about it. I'm sorry, if somebody picks up a whole bag of, if that bag of white powder is really what it is supposed to be, if it's for real, that That's an addiction you will never beat, because an addiction is what I've heard is that an addiction will beat love any day of the week. So if that was what was in it, you ain't beating that girl. So I guess this is his court records.
Marion Dwight, Amy filed a petition for relief under the Family Violence Act. And in that petition, she says, whenever my husband gets upset, he locks me out of our home. I have called the police a few times because my husband changed the gate code to our home, stopping me from entering home. He has physically tried to remove me out of our bedroom by pushing on me in the back, trying to forcibly push me out of our bedroom. In the middle of an argument,
Oh yeah, this marriage is toast. She might as well just go ahead, get her little, see what work something out, hire somebody, work something out, and move on right now. That's you're not going to save that, young lady.
Husband has laid on Tower's alleged drug use.
But see, that's the situation that pick-me's put them in.
His son Braylon, that he has with Royce Reed, has come forward to talk about it.
Oh man. Hey, dang. But my mama crazy. My side of the family crazy. I'm crazy. My sister crazy. My brother crazy. You feel me? But hey, you know what I'm saying? I hope, you getting the help you need. But I told y'all, man. My mama did too, especially. But it gets to a point, you gotta learn to deal with certain things as you get older, bro. But hey, man, that song right there, I will never do. But you got it, bro. I've been known.
Now, not long after Amy requested her protective order from her husband, Dwight Howard, and her temporary protective order was granted, it says petitioner decided not to go forward with it at this time.
I need somebody to help.
Okay, see,
Help me not have a big heart, because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
Well, just a few days later, on July 1st, 2025, Amy filed for divorce, listing the date of marriage, January 11th, 2025. So it seems like they were doomed before they even got started. Well, just a month.
Yeah, exactly. But she should have known that. Well done paperwork, though. Let me take a look at this paperwork real quick. Complaint for divorce. Yeah.
Listing the date of marriage, January 11th, 2025. So
Okay, let me go fast forward. See, wow, yep. So anyway, let's see what's going on with Kendra. Kendra has a Trump supporting man that came on a little while ago. And I think it would be interesting for us to, since we're on the political thing, kind of kick it in a little bit. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
Hello?
Yes, it's Key Warren.
I apologize. Key
You
Warren.
just call me Luke, though.
How we go from Key Warren to Luke?
Well, I go by Luke. Luke is my last name, so I go by my last name.
Okay, all right. I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong. All right,
It's
Luke,
good.
where you calling me from, sir?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, how old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
Road construction for Lane.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No, ma'am, no kids.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
No, ma'am, never been married.
All right. What's your zodiac sign?
I got something rolling into my mind, but I ain't gonna say it yet. I'm gonna just wait a little bit longer.
I don't really believe in that, but I'm a Sagittarius, though.
That's fine. We don't have to add it. So we got Luke, Tampa, 36. He does road construction, no kids, never married. What kind of woman you looking for, Luke?
Just somebody humble, believe in God, actually follow his commandments. No kids. Can't do the kids.
Okay.
Can't do the kids. She has to be in shape, and she has to know how to dress.
Okay. Now, are you a popular person in the comment section?
Yeah, I am. I was actually on your show back in April. You remember me? I'm the Checkers guy. I'm the guy that did the interview at Checkers.
I don't remember. So you don't work at Checkers anymore?
No, I don't.
So
what is Is Checkers what? What is Checkers? Let me look and see.
It's a restaurant, Rally's Checkers. It's like a fast food place.
Okay, so we're not talking about a guy who's really has a lot of wherewithal here then.
No, I don't think
I'm being nice.
Yeah,
they disrespectful things about.
Also, I was just saying they call it Rallies up north, and down south they call it Checkers, but it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
About me, what did you say?
I didn't say nothing disrespectful about you.
Okay. All right, cousins. You know, the one thing, my cousins is the KBI. And they go and tell me, child. So what happened after the Checkers interview?
What you mean?
You said you came on my show last April and you were at Checkers.
Right.
Did any women reach out?
Nah, two of them reached out, but they just was like wishing me good luck, and they wasn't really trying to, they wasn't really trying to holler at that because
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. What I mean is he's not the best looking dude in the world, but he's definitely not like a Corey or an Anton. At least he's better groomed and everything like that. So I give a dude, game recognized game. So the problem is though, if women were so deep, only 2 women, he could convert 2 women after being on a show this big, right? And we both know, I'm sorry, Kendra, but it ain't the ladies on your show, they are willing to, they will settle for less. So he must have been so repulsive to these other women that they didn't, not even the pick-me's wanted him.
Like that because at the time I was working at a fast food joint, so I understand that.
Do you remember the date you came on? Checkers. I think I remember that. Did I make you a highlight?
Yeah, you.
Wait. No. Why seeking knowledge? You still got your wrench? Are you kidding me? Look. If I could have turned it, I turned it into a crown. But no, you got a wrench. No, you got a wrench. Why is your wrench missing on your side? Anyway, let me keep it going. Here we go.
I did the interview with Trail. You had Trail with you.
Yeah, Trey. I had to have Trey at that time if it was.
Yeah, Trey. Yeah, Trey.
Let me see. Right here.
That's it. Almost a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you calling from?
I'm at work.
Okay. What's your name, sir? Saint?
Yeah, it's Key Warren Luke. I go by Saint. I just got Saint Luke on the out.
Okay. Where do you work?
I work at Checkers.
Okay, Checkers. Checkers in what city? Where you calling from?
Oh man, Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And y'all still got the big Buford?
Yeah, they still got the big.
Oh, and he called him, but back then he was calling himself Saint Luke.
For number one.
All right. So what do you do you work at Checkers. Are you the manager? You the lead cook? You on the front line?
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything, man. I just started working here January 13th.
Okay, so basically he's not the manager. So why did he just say he does? You can say you do a little bit of everything, but he's not the manager.
Okay.
I do a little construction on the side too. I just got this right here in the meantime. I just moved out here in Tampa back in June last year. So, I'm still just like trying to get my feet wet.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did it go after that? So when did you quit your job at Checkers?
Just the beginning of November that I got hired, so not long ago.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you said the same thing. Don't be overweight and have no kids.
Right. I said the same thing. Right.
Well, there's plenty. As quiet as it's kept, there's plenty of women that are not overweight and they don't have kids. Are those the women that you tend to attract?
I mean, it's give or take. Most women have kids, though. Most women my age already have.
No, most women you attract have kids. This is where we have to stop. We have to start realizing.
Well, see, the thing is what I know that Kendra's going to break into it, but this is what's going down. Basically, he's not worth a woman who doesn't have children and is in shape. In most cases, she being hella picky. And she's not gonna, you know.
Yeah, she can be, and it's like I mean, I'll give it to him. He is at least being honest. He's not up here trying to cap like he always, I got business and I'm an entrepreneur and all that other. At least he's telling you the truth, right?
Exactly.
But it's just it's still not going to attract what he's asking for because he's not in that category for that. I mean, maybe if he was, I don't know, younger, I don't know what to say. And it's the same thing, just like the flip side for the women, you know? So you have to be in the like you have to think about what the person you want wants. You know what I'm saying? If you want a woman that's good looking, in shape, dresses well, with no children, you think she want to do with a cookie with a sideways hat, working at Checkers, talking about the big Buford and the fry line, and I hold signs on the highway construction. Like, no, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What happened was this is the problem though with the manospheres. See, they try to make guys like this seem like they can get high-end women. They diss all the women. They literally tell these men they're better than the women that these men are only qualified for. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying he has to be with a woman that has children if he doesn't want a woman with children. But what I'm saying is that he's not going to get, he sounds like he wants like freaking like, you know, I mean, a perfect, he wants a perfect woman with an unperfect life. I'm sorry. I don't know what hard, you know, what hard knocks he had in his life, but you know, you just can't have the kind of women you want if you're not at their level. Any woman can be working at, any woman can be working at Checkers. So why would she want to be with the dude who's at the same level? I mean, look, he might get lucky, find a woman, you know, who came across, who doesn't have kids, who works out every once in a while, and you know, had a hard time and works at Checkers. But any other black woman, even though black women give black men the best chance, the better black women usually give lesser black men the best chance. These men are almost to the point where they expect it now, and you can't expect it. These women, you want these women to choose better. I'm sorry, but if you working at Checkers, the choice ain't you. Let me keep going. Here we go.
Because there's I know a good portion of women who do not have children.
You said that. So you said that most women my age, I'm 36, don't have kids, Kendra?
I'm saying there's a good portion of women that are your age that don't have kids. So the question is, why aren't you attracting those type of women?
Well, for one, I don't approach women. I only talk to women on dating apps. I've been on your app like 4 or 5 times now.
Okay, so as a man, why don't you?
Basically, the thing is this. He's obviously a repulsive person. I know it sounds hard for me to say that, but I'll tell you why. If he had any type of value, even if he does only works at a burger joint or whatever it is, right? You're still going to attract women off of your personality, your vibe, all of that other stuff. He's obviously a repulsive person, and that's why he's not attracting the type of women he wants to attract. What if he went to therapy for about 5 years, he would start attracting those type of women. I'm telling you, he would start attracting those type of women. But he obviously comes off the wrong way to women. That Austin Holloman was the same way. Austin Holloman, he wasn't an ugly dude, but he just had an ugly personality, and that's why he wasn't attracting the type of women he wanted to attract. Same dude right here, just a bald-headed version of Austin Holloman. That's all we got here.
I don't know. I stopped approaching women, maybe like in my early 30s. I just stopped approaching women.
Why?
Listen.
I mean, he gave up.
He stopped approaching women because when he was younger, when you young, it's easy to get women. Well, at that age, they really like young women, young girls, like that 15 to 25 range. Yeah, a good looking in shape woman, she'll entertain a dude like this if he's funny, goofy, if he putting it down, whatever it is. But once you start growing up and it's time to get serious, nah, they ain't messing with you, dog. So because of that, he just said, I'm pulling myself out the game.
he's picking up his baller. he's
pick yourself out the game, man. Yeah.
Man, I mean, because the thing is that the problem is this. When you're a man in your 30s, women expect a certain level, of proficiency. See, that's the one thing that Black women are looking for these days is a man who has some proficient, skills. They're nice. They have a decent job. They have a decent future ahead of him. He went from a burger joint to a road worker. So, no, don't get me wrong. I guarantee you he's going to find himself a pygmy. He's going to find himself a pygmy if he's patient enough. But he has no value. See, you can be a burger joint worker or a road worker when you're 25, but when you're 35, you're supposed to be doing something, and for the type of women he wants, again, watch, some cute young lady will start working at Checkers or something like that. And, she'll like him for who he is and everything. And he better know that's about as good as he's going to get. Don't be cheating on her or nothing like that after you get her, bro, because you ain't going to have too many other chances at the kind of women you're trying to get. So
his job is to be the pursuer.
No, I'm not pursuing no woman. I'm just pursuing success, and whatever come after that, it just comes. But
he says he's pursuing success, but he's 35 and he's working a minimum wage job.
Women have voiced on it.
Where's the success? I agree with them. No, let me, Deontay, I need to make sure I make this clear. If you are chasing after success, by all means, leave the women to the side for a minute, focus on being somebody. And then when you become successful, it will build you, at the very least, it'll build you into a decent man. But
yeah, because the women ain't going nowhere, man. Like, they're going to be here. You got to put yourself together, because if you are, he said he just moved to Tampa and he was working at Checkers, and then he's also doing construction on the side. Now he's only doing construction. So it's like, and you're 35. So what made you move to Tampa just to go work at a burger joint? That lets you know, like, he's really directionless right now. He's probably just, and we doing the assume game again, but you know how it go. It's too much evidence out there, so I gotta say it. Like, he's not, he doesn't have any point or plan. He don't even know why he on Kendra's show. Listen to what he said. He said, I'm not looking for a woman, I'm just looking for success, and anything that happens with the woman happens. Like, what does that even mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, he's got a secret to tell. Let's see if he tells it.
Internet, on different platforms across the internet, they feel uncomfortable with me approaching. So
see, Well, let me keep it going.
I just stopped approaching.
Letting the internet dictate y'all lives, okay? There's a thing called reality. So this is a lesson for everybody. Starting tomorrow, okay? And I love that you're calling me and you're here and we're putting you out to the world. But tomorrow, for the full day, I want you to count every single woman you run into, whether she is an Uber driver, you walk by her on the street, just every time you see a woman, I want you to count, right? I don't care if you go to the grocery store, count. At the end of the day, you're probably going to come to a number, if you went outside and did things, more than 100. Now, some of those women obviously are taken, but those women, that is your true pool in dating, okay? This is for everybody. The people in your real life, that's how, when y'all talk about the love that grandparents once had, that's what it was. Who was in your real presence? That's the first pool, right? So I say that to say, if you are surrounded by the women you're describing, you got to ask yourself, why are you in this environment? And what do you got to do to change your environment? Because I'm here to tell you, every person a lot of you people describe exists. The question is, are you in contact with that environment?
And so this is where I break in. Kendra, I'll take it from here. Now, the problem is that we have here, Kendra, is the fact that he's just not where he needs to be. I mean, the thing is like, he's not where he needs to be. I'm not saying he will never, ever, ever find anybody, but I guarantee you there's been some time where he had a woman, a young woman who was fit, who was friendly, submissive, and he probably freaked it up, just like a lot of these other guys do. So, you know, that's the perfect lesson is for here is for these, for stop being dusty. That's the best I can say. Stop being a dusty. Stop being a bandit. Stop being a dusty. Now, I didn't get to, I don't know what, well, he said he was a Trump supporter. Let's see if we can get to that part.
Kids, bad attitude, filthy mouth, out of shape. Them colorful hairstyles, I can't do that. I can't definitely do that. It's gonna come from, you know, predominantly black women. They don't really support Trump. I forgot to tell you that. I'm a Trump supporter.
Oh.
So they gonna make up stuff like that, which they can say whatever they want. I know them people don't know me on your app.
This is recent. This is like Trump just got done saying something hateful about black people. So let me see what the guys say.
I don't know nobody here in Tampa. So I'm 2 hours north of Tampa. I'm from Ocala, so they gonna make up stuff, which is fine. I don't care.
You know, I have to sit here and try to be as neutral as possible, but I do wonder, and I just, if you don't mind, I don't tend to talk about politics because it could get real deep, but Trump is a racist. So you as a black man, how do you support a racist?
I don't think he's racist. And
you don't think you saw what he posted about Barack and Michelle Obama?
Yeah, yes, I did. It was out of context. It was a Lion King thing.
That wasn't Lion King thing. Come on, baby. You too smart for that. Like at the end of the day, here's the deal. If you want to defend him, but let's not try to lie that this was Lion King thing.
It was a Lion King thing. They had, I want to say, one of the senators.
There's no defending that. I mean, even Super House nigga Tim Scott came out and told Trump that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it was other Republican white Republican senators from freaking Tennessee who said that shit was wrong. Like, yeah, you can't defend that, man. Like it's, and I wonder why he is a Trump supporter too. I know he probably might not get into it, but
value. It gives you instant value because you're on the winning team per se. That's why. Yeah,
but like
these men do it because it's funny. First they're saying, "Wow, America's," it's the same with Antoine. He's a Trump supporter. He's first thing is like, "Oh, the community, these white men are holding us down." Oh yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. It's like, wait, the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I know why Antoine likes Trump and all those conservative Republicans, because, like me, I told you before, my thing is I like low capital gains taxes. I don't like them at all, actually. The lower, the better. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with any stock or crypto. But you have to have some kind of reason for it besides just doing it just to do it.
Well, he has. Well, look where he's. It's like it hasn't been working out for him. I don't see. Well, let me read. Let me read why Seeking Knowledge's message here. It says this. She breaks it down. She goes, "Not where he needs to be, but he wants Halle Berry." Exactly. The settled for the one woman will never be enough. Now he's ordering a woman. Yeah, exactly. He sounds like he's ordering a woman. D-Rump supporter, misguided soul too. Dating pool has hit the bottom. Bars. But yeah. I mean, the thing is that the one thing that the orange guy does give a lot of people is you can be technically a nobody, but if you say you support him, feel like you're somebody. That's the best I can say.
In the tree with a banana, they had Donald Trump as the I want to say Mufasa. I don't think he's racist, but it's just, everybody have their own opinions.
He's absolutely racist.
And views,
and it boggles my mind that anybody of color supports him in office. He is definitely white supremacy. We are watching it play out in full blown in front of our eyes. I do know there are people that have money intentions, and for those reasons, they feel like he's good for the economy. And listen, it's your life, it's your votes, it's your uniqueness that you have the right to. But
I voted.
Yeah, unique. See, people feel unique. I like racist people. I'm unique. you see what I'm saying? I like bigots. Yeah, I'm somebody special.
I really cannot understand how any Black person, man especially, supports a racist president. But it's your world. I gotta respect you because you're not here for that. You brought it up, but and I wish you didn't, but you did. But I gotta respect your viewpoints. But it blows my mind. I don't understand.
Well,
I gotta end it right. Bars. I mean, I agree with Kendra all the time, but what she just said is just like, I can't disagree. So anyway, any last words for this evening?
Oh yeah, I just want to say thanks again for letting me come up, DJ. It was real early. It was cool though. I just thought about that. I actually just pulled in my driveway. I was in my car the whole time running around. I had to stop at the gas station and all kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's all good though. But no, you know what? This guy, he's off the chain, man. Like, it's some Black women out there I know who support Donald Trump. But at the end, what he's been doing lately, this whole year, with the racism, but even more than that, to me, is because I believe that white supremacy is happening on everywhere. Democrats, Republicans, it don't matter.
Right.
One side puts a velvet glove over the racism, the liberals and Democrats, and the Republicans just drop the hammer on you straight up. But this whole war and everything that's going on, and this is some nonsense and some bullshit. Yeah. This dude really wasn't going to happen at all, and now he done did it in the second term. It was diabolical too. I mean, you got to kind of appreciate the diabolical scheming that this guy did. And they tried everything to get him to not get elected.
And it's funny to me because they were trying to some people were trying to diss Obama. Says, yeah, but Obama tried to make a deal with these guys, and this. The only reason we're not getting bombed right now here in the U.S. is because part of the deal that Obama made with Iran was that they just couldn't make no long-range bombs. You see what I'm saying? So it's ironic that they're dissing Obama for literally being the only person who say we have to give it to him. If you want to give Trump credit, you got to give Obama credit. He literally he didn't force them, Iran, to not make longer range bombs. He just, by logic, made it not make sense to them at that time. Now, they didn't know that Trump was going to get back in office, but basically quite honestly, Iran was cool doing what Iran was doing. They don't need us. You see what I'm saying? They don't need anything from us. The only reason they started bombing Israel was because they was fucking with Israel was fucking with them. So it's just messed up how we got in the middle. See, we literally made this war. And the only benefit we have is that it's way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
But this is what you call meddling. This is what this is like making up an internet beef for profit.
Yeah, DJ, we're gonna have to do a political show on this one day soon, because the reason why they're even over there obviously is not what they're saying publicly. They're over there because Israel needs America because we got the big guns and the hammer. They're trying to take out Iran and Syria so that way they can have full control over the Middle East, and they can control the oil supply to China and to Russia. It's about control. It's not really about the money. It's about the control. You know, so and they lying to us to get us over this. Well, yeah, they'll make the money, but see, the money is something for like Epstein, for example.
Right.
If he offered Donald Trump $1 billion or $10 billion to take the United States to war, he would turn it down like, no, I'm not about to do that and do some crazy shit and have all these people on my back for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? For no $10 billion, I'm already rich. But if he says, no, how about I'll release these videotapes of you having intercourse with these little underage kids back in 1990, whatever. That's worse than anything, because your reputation and public image will be tarnished. You'll be going to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some of those people would rather die and just be remembered as a good dude or a big time powerful person than be remembered like, oh, he was a pedophile shithead. Like look how they look at Epstien. You know, so
see,
yeah,
that's what they use. That's the cover they use to say that Epstein did himself in. Whether he did, let's face it, at the Epstein situation, and when it refers to Epstein himself, is unusual. And what I mean is this: come on, let's face it. He didn't do anything to himself. He's either out there free right now doing whatever he wants to, or somebody
they killed him. Yeah. So yeah, we know that. So
because he had only just gotten into prison, right? So it's not like anybody, like there was no permanence right there. And think about it. He had already gotten out already before, back in the early 2013s or something, right? He got out then. What would make you think he wouldn't get out again? You know, because all he has to do is say, hey, I got this black book here. I know all these people. Get me the fuck out of here.
And it wasn't just, it was the videos and the pictures. Yeah, that whole thing is out of control. And it's some people who think Trump went to war just to divert attention away from that. And I'm like, well, I do think it's that, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that, because Israel has been trying to get the United States to wipe out and back them on wiping out the countries that don't want to join them. Like, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, they're all cool with them.
No, it makes perfect sense. And then I got to leave that. But it makes perfect sense. I'll tell you why. It's not only that he gets to use as it is diversion, but then he gets to make money off of it. On our dime, we're paying for all them. Remember, I don't know. And then I gotta leave. I really do. But if you remember, we lost $1 billion jets. And I kid you not, $1 billion jets to friendly fire.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they could shoot for that much. I think you would think they could dodge, but when you pay $1 billion for a jet, you want that motherfucker to move. But basically, we lost like 4 of them, $4 billion, just like that, in like 20 minutes. So we're paying dearly for this already. It's like we're talking trillions of dollars we will not get back. Now the rich people will make money off of it. Oh, you best believe all the jet companies and Silicon Valley, they making that money. But American people, we're not. We're getting run through. Anyway, with that said, this is DJ Torch. I'm gonna kick that beat. Here we go.
DJ Torch and friends. It's about to go down, baby. Yeah.
Shout out to Why Seeking Knowledge in the house. On stage, Deontay. Bridget's in the house. Yes, Virgo girl.
Pull up a chair, the family's here. Voices are warm, the vibe is clear.
Rick, whoever the hell Rick is.
DJ Torch and friends, it's about to go down.
Al, Audrey.
Laughter and truth, a gentle sound. Hearts open wide when the love goes round. About to go down.
See everybody on the next one. Here we go.